Party people, what is up? Hello everyone, what's up? And welcome back to a new YouTube video. I am Denise, I'm also known as Niet-Roeren. And today I'm making a video about the newish La Marzocco Linea Mini R machine, which is a mouthful. It is their latest home machine and I got to try it out. I collaborated for this video with Espresso Service West, which is a Dutch company and also the Dutch official partner for La Marzocco. It's the company where you can get all of your La Marzocco equipment. If it is a professional machine, a home machine, jugs, gloves, whatever, you can get it there. I'm excited. I've had this machine now for I think 2 weeks and I've really tried to make a lot of coffee at home because I work and I study, so I'm not home that much. But I really wanted to experience this machine as much as I could. I already had some experience with it because I worked at several festivals with it. But it is very different to experiment with it at home. There's no, I don't have to make coffees as quick as possible, which usually is the case at a festival that I work at. And now I can really experience the machine as it is. As some of you know, I have the La Marzocco Linea Micra myself. I've had it since 2023 April because I won it at Amsterdam Coffee Festival. So I had my time experimenting with that machine. Yeah, I thought it might be fun to make a little comparison video between the two machines. And I just want to give a heads up that in my opinion might differ from a lot of other opinions that you hear out there about these machines. It's just my opinion, so don't hold it against me. I cannot be completely objective because I've had this machine like I want it. It is my dream machine, the Linea Micra. So it has a special place in my heart and it's very difficult for me to find anything that's better. So but yeah, let's just dive right into it. I'll show you some of the differences between the machines and how this Linea Mini R is. I think it's the machine with the most specs on it, which would make it the best machine because it's the newest, it's the most improved machine, it has the best specs and whatever. So I'm just gonna show you all of that and then make a little comparison and tell you what I think is the better machine for at home. And I'm curious how people are going to respond to my opinion, but I mean, yeah, gotta be honest. So before we start, I just want to give a quick thank you to Espresso Service West for allowing me to experiment with this machine. I've had a lot of fun and yeah. Let's just dive right into it because I can't wait to tell you my opinion. Yeah, before we start, I just want to take you through some of the differences between both machines. What's the word? The basic differences, like pricing and stuff. I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget. Because I think these are some important things that should be mentioned. So first of all, the things I focused on while experimenting with both machines. The thing I experience most with my own machine, and I think it's the only thing that I don't like about the machine, is the fact that the water supply thingy, I don't know what it's called, reservoir. It is very small in the Linea Micra. If you forget to fill it up before you make a coffee, there is a big chance that you run out of water right in your shot or while you're foaming. And it kind of goes on for 5 seconds, but the quality of the coffee really goes down when the water is empty, which makes sense. But since the reservoir is very small, I think this is mostly my own mistake, because if I paid a little bit more attention to filling it up more often, I wouldn't have this problem. But it is very small, so you have to fill it up quite a lot. On a regular basis, I use the machine twice a week, and I have to fill it up once a week, which I think is a lot. The big difference between the Linea Micra and the Linea Mini R is that the water reservoir at the Linea Mini R is way bigger, and it is specifically, let me see, I'm not wearing my glasses. The Linea Mini R water reservoir is 2.5 liters. And the one from the Linea Micra is 250 ml. How does that make sense? Well, it says on the on the website from La Marzocco itself, 0.25 liters, which is 250 ml, I think. So if it's true, I don't feel like it is. I feel like it fits a little bit more. But I think the difference between these two numbers kind of resembles the actual difference in size. But that's also like another big factor that I was really curious about how I would experience it, is that the Linea Mini R is so much bigger than the Micra, which I'll show you in a sec, but like the size difference is insane. And I feel like the Linea Mini R takes up a lot of space that it doesn't necessarily have to take up. It could have been smaller, you know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense. As I said, it's my opinion. Yeah. Another thing is the price. I took the pricing from Espresso Service West, because that's where my machines came from. So the Mini R, choosing the most expensive color, which I think is black, it will be 5,263.50. And the Linea Micra comes for 3,605 euros. So the difference is like 1,500 euros. As I said before, the Linea Mini R, it has a lot more specs than the Linea Micra. Like pre-infusion, and it also comes with, like, you can get a Kaya skill that works with Bluetooth, and you can do brew by weights, which I think is an awesome improvement in the machine. However, if you want to get this skill, it's an extra 484 euros, which is kind of a lot if you can also like manually put in a skill and just weigh it like this. The thing is, I think this Linea Mini R machine is the best machine you can get for small events. But for at home, like the brew by weight skill, I feel like it's a bit much, because you can just put a scale manually under it and then weigh your shot, and then you also brew by weight, but like not automatically. It is a nice touch, it really is, but for like 500 euros extra, I don't know. Something else, the steam boiler on the Linea Mini R has 3 liters and the Linea Micra has 1.6 liters. So as I said, the Linea Mini R has some specs. It has the brew by weight and built-in shot timer. That is a big difference between both machines. It has an automatic back flush and customizable standby function. So it has a rinse mode. And it has adjustable pump pressure. Some differences, they make up for the price difference. I did not really use the specs yet on it. Mostly because I feel like, for me personally, I work with coffee every day. Like, I am a barista, it's my job. And every day, every time I make a coffee, I'm weighing everything, I'm grinding everything, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this. So there's a certain ritual in it. And I feel like when I'm at home, I don't want to have to take all of these steps. You know what I mean? I don't want my coffee to be too difficult, because I do this at my job every day. So what I very often do is just make it as easy as possible for myself. And I do weigh my shots, of course, and I do grind it, and I do WDT, and I do weigh my shots. But I feel like adding steps like pre-infusion and all the other specs that are on this machine, it would easily take up 20 minutes of my time just to make a coffee. And I really want to have some boundaries in that for myself. So at home, I just want to make it as relaxed as possible. And it is fun to experiment with these things. And I do think that if you are not a barista in your daily life, or if you are and you just really enjoy doing it this way, then it would be really awesome to have all of these specs at home. That's what I'm saying about this is my personal preference. It's just that I am very busy and I work with coffee every day. So my coffee at home is like it's my me time moment, you know what I mean? And I don't want to be thinking too much about, oh, I have to do this for the pre-infusion. Oh, I have to wait 3 seconds. Oh, I have to do this and I have to do that. Because I do it at my work every day. So I think this is something that, that my opinion really differs in from most home baristas out there. Because if you love coffee, I mean, every improvement you can give it is awesome, right? And the pre-infusion, all the specs that are on it can possibly really improve your coffee. And I'm not saying I never do it, because if I am home quite a lot, I do like to experiment with it a little bit. But now that I don't have that much time to make coffee at home, I just want to keep it as simple as possible. So, but okay, so you don't have to use all of these specs on the machine. It's a choice, But I just feel like it's kind of a waste to buy a machine specifically for these specs and then not use them. But it's up to you. I mean, if you have the money, if you can make this decision between these two machines, then I would probably, based on like the specs and the possibilities with both the machines, I would probably go for the Linea Mini R, just because you have the opportunity to use all of these specs, like pre-infusion, like brew by weight, like the built-in timer thing. It is better to have the option than to not have it at all, I think. But yeah, that's my opinion. So, these are the machines next to each other. And as you can see, there is a big difference in size. So this is the Linea Micra, this is my own machine, and this one is the Linea Mini R. And now they are both turned off, but as you can see, there are some differences between the designs. So for example, with the Linea Micra, this part, it is RVS material, and this one is coated in the same color as the outside of the machine. This is new with all the new La Marzocco machines. Some other differences, this one from my machine is plastic. This one is like, I don't know what the material is called, but it is the same material as this stuff. So it is not plastic, or it is better plastic. I don't know. What else? I know the basket is different for both machines. So this one comes with the 17-gram basket, and this one comes with the 14-gram basket. However, I always use 19.5 grams in my Linea Micra machine. This one, for the same recipe, I needed like 25 grams to get a proper shot. And this is a discussion that I've been having with my dear friend at Espresso Service West. What is the solution for this? I cannot imagine that everyone with this machine uses over 25 grams of coffee. It would not be a good recipe, it would kind of be a waste. So it would be a possible solution to like really grind finer. I just put the Linea Micra basket in the Linea Mini and I used 19.5 grams because I felt like it would just be a waste of coffee to experiment with it and to adjust all of my recipes to this machine just for a month. Because I keep a notebook with all of my recipes for my different beans, and I would have to adjust every single one of them, which just would be a lot of waste. These letters, with the Linea Micra they come in red, and with the Linea Mini R machines they come in the silver. And then portafilter wise, the bottom is the same, so you both have removable bottom, so you can also do a naked filter very easily. Yeah, I think that's it for kind of like for the design differences. Both are so pretty though. Like imagine having this at home. I mean, I have it at home, but not standard. As I mentioned before, big difference in size. I think I've mentioned this 10 times already, but it is a big difference. So it is worth considering, because I have a specific coffee corner in my room, but I know a lot of people put their machine in the kitchen because it's the easiest spot to have. Then the size would be something to consider because it has a big difference. Let's play a bingo game for how many times I say it is a big difference. Yeah, I mean, whatever. I'm filming this now because it is time for me to return the Linea Mini R, so I cannot wait for beautiful daylight, so I'm sorry. I know I didn't go in depth about the specs that I kept talking about on the Linea Mini R. I know I did not show them. This is because I think there are plenty of videos out there that show you all the specs and all the gadgets and all whatever the machine is capable of. There are a lot of great YouTubers already out there that can explain it better than I can. This is why I chose not to go in depth about these things. However, I do think it is for me fun to make a little comparison between the Micra and the Linea Mini R. I think I kind of did that, I hope. At least I covered everything that I think is like a big difference between the both machines. But it is time to tell you my final opinion. And I think it kind of became clear through the video. Even though I am the biggest fan of La Marzocco, I do believe that the Linea Micra is better than the Linea Mini R. I think through the video I took you through some of my experiences with both machines. For example, the fact with like the boiler and the water reservoir, and I explained a little bit about the size difference. I mentioned this quite a lot. I also covered what is most important for me when making coffee at home. Yeah, my personal opinion is that the Micra is better, and that is for me. I think, and I mentioned this before, if you're looking for a machine that can do many different things, all the specs that are on it, then go for the Linea Mini R. I think the price difference, I think it's always very difficult to be like, oh, this one is better than the other, because first of all, it's my personal opinion. Second of all, it really depends on what you think is the most important. This video was meant to show you kind of the differences between both machines and how I experience the differences and what my preferences are. And I think I kind of did that. If I had a choice, would I go for the Linea Mini R or would I go for the Micra? Based on my personal preference and the way I make coffee at home, I would go for the Linea Micra. However, as I have already said before, the Linea Micra has a special place in my heart. It is my baby. I doubt there will be anything that I would say is better. Maybe the GS3. But, I mean, these machines, they are kind of similar. A lot of the things that the Linea Mini R has, you can also kind of replicate with the Linea Micra. For example, the brew by weight. A built-in skill is not necessary, however it is nice. It is nice to have the display that shows the second of your extraction time. However, if you have a skill with the timer, you can also see the time of the extraction time. I'm not sure it is worth 1,500 euros extra for the Linea Mini R, but that's just for me. And I believe that there are many people out there who prefer the Linea Mini R. I'm kind of scared to show you my opinion, but when I started this YouTube channel, I just really wanted to be honest. And I feel like my opinions are not that... They're not based on facts, they're based on my personal preference. I'm just taking you through that and I'm showing you what my personal preference is, what my experiences are. And the outcome, well, that is the outcome. I think, yeah. So that was it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I did. And once again, a very, very big thank you to Espresso Service West. I cannot wait to test more machines, maybe, in the future. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And let's have some great coffee. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!